Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Just a short video to, again, just throw some things out there. And you see, this tweet says the rabbit hole goes deeper. So the supposed, and again, there's different conflicting info out there. Of course, some might be getting totally dismissed, and this will be the official narrative, perhaps. You know, as we know, history is written by those in control and those that have the ability to write it, no matter what any of us actually sees. But it's interesting that this shooter, or at least this supposed alleged shooter, Thomas Crooks, was featured in a 2023 Blackrock ad, as you see right here. An ad for Blackrock. Yes, the investment firm, Blackrock. It was filmed at Bethel Park High School, where Crooks attended. We kid you not. Now, you know, one thing that's really interesting about Blackrock is the black rock, is it not? I mean, look at this, a black cube, you know, just like we were talking about Elon with X, and X is, you know, a cross on its side, and Nibiru, planet of the crossing, has been mentioned before, and there's so many more things for X marks the spot with Elon, SpaceX, it goes on and on, all these connections. You know, Blackrock, look at this. I mean, look at these black cubes in front of Blackrock buildings in Australia, Denmark, Manhattan, and Santana, wherever that is. I'm not really sure where that is. But you know what's interesting is it's not easy to find these photos.
No, I thought that was really curious. We were looking around for the photos, and I mean, you would think that they would be all over the place, but no. I mean, we took a screenshot of this one because it was the one that showed up, and I don't know. There's a lot to be seen without saying anything.
Yeah, again, Blackrock is about as powerful an entity as they come in the financial world. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And essentially, Blackrock owns 90% of the world's media. It is true when you look at it from that standpoint. But who is Blackrock? Well, if it has any connection to this, then we can quite simply say it's part of the Borg Collective. Yeah, you remember Star Trek. That was a lot of fun. You know, it's interesting, too, that over 1 billion people in this world worship this Blackrock. Yeah, the Kaaba over in Mecca. And again, this year, thousands of people actually died making their pilgrimage, because during the life of a Muslim, you're supposed to at least make one pilgrimage to this Blackrock. And you go around it a certain number of times. You know, it's interesting because there's a Saturnian connection here as well. Many of you probably are very aware of that.
I mean, I don't have anything against Saturn. I really don't. I think it's, you know, full of wisdom and understanding if we just look at it close enough. But this is, you know, to me, it's beyond coincidence about the Blackrock and this other Blackrock, and how many other things CBS has a Blackrock out in front of their building. And you know, if you look at the logo for X, right, yeah, if you look at the logo for X, which used to be Twitter, it's also like a black square rock and the all-seeing eye on the Blackrock on CBS. It just goes on and on and on, and just take that in for a minute. 90% of the world's media goes through Blackrock and these. So I mean, what are we missing? What are we not seeing? We're missing out on a lot when you think about it. You know, you think about, I mean, 90%. That's incredible.
I don't know why, but you know, this comes to mind. You know, this just comes to mind. You know, mainframe. Has something to do, I think, with certainly motherships, but also the fact that, as we've talked about before, the entities that are really behind this are the ones we call the Draco Reptilians. There are many different reptilians out there, and the Draco are the ones that are kind of at the top of the food chain. They're the ones that actually created an AI system that has enslaved them. And so what I just got was that it has something to do with their mainframe, the real AI mainframe, as well as also being symbolic of perhaps motherships. Now, Cindy was pointing this out, this Blackrock at CBS, all-seeing eye, the cube, again, CBS Blackrock headquarters building, this back 2019, be sold off by Viacom, but again, everything has been gobbled up by certain entities. When you look to the Bible, what is New Jerusalem described as? It's a perfect cube. It's a cube made of gold. Who likes gold? Well, the stories say the Anunnaki like gold. Who are the Anunnaki? Well, they're fallen Pleiadians that have fallen in war, become enslaved by the Draco. They are loaded with graphene oxide and all sorts of other AI and are more machine than man, just like that story goes about Darth Vader now.
I don't know, once you see this and once you read this in the Bible, who cannot see it as it's an alien ship. It's a ship. I don't see how it's ever even fathomed to be anything different when they describe it, with the exception of anyone that is probably under some type of a spell. And when you have a spell and you cover certain things up so people can't see things, and maybe that's what they do in this big Bible. Is it's one huge spell.
And when you look at the origins of Allah and the word Allah, it really goes back to Elohim. So in reality, we're talking about these same beings, and it's plural, as it's always been plural. The desire has been to create a monotheistic world, or at least a semblance of a monotheistic world. But the reality is it's still worshiping the demonic control system, which is extraterrestrial, interdimensional in origin. Many people understand this and have talked about even the fact that New Jerusalem is a mothership, and some believe it's stationed somewhere between us and Venus. It's really interesting, all that has come out of it. Again, it's a much bigger mothership than what we see given here, because if the actual size that's given in the Bible is right, again, it could cover the entire Middle East. In fact, it would almost fit the entire continental U.S. That's how big this mothership is. And no, it could be a little disconcerting, just like having a playful kitty in the middle of the night trying to wake you up. But this is the reality that we find ourselves in. I think in some ways it's a reality the majority of people can't handle. So they'll kind of deny it because they really, truly cannot handle the truth.
Well, yeah, it is something where you do have to be very careful, because people just can't see past it. They are stuck. And have we not all been there at some time and point? So finding the compassion in it all is I think what we need to do.
Yes, and we need to make friends with each other and realize we are part of one bigger happy family. We can absolutely all get along, and we have plenty of room on this planet, and there's even more room on this planet for others. But be careful of those first ships. You're going to be really careful with the first ones that the control system is going to introduce, because they are going to introduce at some point in time the real controllers, and they very well may say to you guys, this is the Galactic Federation. But if you were to see somebody from the Galactic Federation, you'd be looking at shimmering light.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Not what they're going to show you as this puppy meets mom and the new babies. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for being part of this family. We couldn't do it without you guys. Look forward to your comments. Again, you could join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It does support us in our endeavors to awaken as many as possible. And we couldn't do it without all you guys. Much love. Source bless. Namaste.
Namaste.